Kenzie from SaintJohnBusiness.ca, and today we're talking with Miranda O'Leary from Miranda O'Leary Photography. My family has spent quite a bit of time with Miranda in her studio, so I know she's amazing at what she does. Anyone who can get a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, and 4-year-old all looking at the camera and smiling at the same time is a miracle worker, in my opinion. So make sure you also stay tuned to the end of this interview because Miranda has something special to offer you at the end of the interview. So welcome, Miranda, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Rod. Good to be here.
All right. Can you give us a little bit of background into your business and how you started? Like, did you always want to be a photographer, or just a little bit of a background on you and your business?
Sure. Well, no, I didn't always want to be a photographer. I always had a fascination with pictures. I remember always stealing my mom's pictures out of her photo album and making little collages, and her always yelling at me. But I always loved seeing pictures and handling them and things like that. But my career took me in a different path. I was a dental assistant for 12 years. Then I started having children. And the work I was doing was keeping me on my feet quite a few hours and wasn't able to be home the way I wanted to be with my children. So I decided, I like taking pictures now, so maybe I can start looking at different career paths. And so once I did, typically friends started coming around saying, take my picture, take my picture, take my kids' pictures. And then I started thinking, oh, I might have something going here. I'm going to give it a fair shake. And so while I was working full-time still, I would do a little here, a little there, and eventually once I got confident enough that I had a good product I could give clients, I left my full-time job and I went full force into the photography, and I haven't looked back. It's been fabulous. Love it.
Right on. Oh, that sounds great. I know I've talked to different people who've used your services, and like I said before, we've used them multiple times ourselves, and everyone I talk to seems just to love you and what you do. Can you tell us what makes you and your business so appealing in particular, in your opinion?
I think probably as I connect really well with people. I always go into a session with the mindset that I've known them forever. I try to make everyone feel like they've been friends for a long time, because if I don't have the clients being comfortable with me, then I'm not going to get true expressions. I'm not going to have the children being well behaved. The parents are going to be snipping at each other. So I just try to make it really relaxed and in a great environment. And I think that's really what stands out for a lot of people, is they leave having a good time and it wasn't as crazy as they initially thought it was going to be.
Yeah, well, again, from our experience, that is what probably is my favorite part of your service, for sure, right? Especially with the kids. It's not easy to get them under control, and you seem to do it extremely well. So, as far as your business in particular, your niche, or the photography business, it seems like there's a lot of people that are getting into photography and that have over the past number of years as amateur photographers and start, they hang up their shingle and start doing photos for people. It's a very competitive marketplace. And I'm wondering, why is it that you can keep busy enough that I know that you hand clients off to other photographers because you can't service everyone who wants to come see you. So why is it that you can keep busy enough to turn clients away when a lot of photographers are just struggling to get new clients?
Well, I think first off, I offer a great product. I really take a lot of time and effort into learning, perfecting what I do. I take a lot of time and effort and care with my work, with my files. I back everything up. I would hate to be one of those people that say, oh, I lost your whole session. I really make sure that those things are avoided. I'm very careful with things like that, which is, you know, what you would get with a professional photographer. I don't know. I just think the whole environment that I work in too, like my outdoor studio, is very unique to the St. John area. Not a lot of other photographers would have what I can offer. You know, we have the lake, we have all the trees, nice fences, we have so many different areas, covered bridges. It's very versatile, and I'd like to add to it every year to try to mix things up for the families that keep coming back. I also have a little farm, which helps sometimes when the children come in and they're not very into it. They might just be waking up from a nap. This kind of is like a bit of an icebreaker for them. And I kind of use it as a little ploy at the end. Oh, you want to see the bunny? You want to see where the chickens lay their eggs? Okay, well, let's just get through this, and we'll go and we'll play in the playground, or we'll go visit the chickens after. And it seems to really grab the kids' attention, and it snaps them usually right out of any little tantrums or any little mood swings that they have. Another thing I find that has helped me a lot is marketing. I've worked with you, Rod, with my marketing aspect, and it's really taken me to a different level because you've helped me put a face onto my business. And I think when people have that face-to-face feel, even though they haven't met me yet, they kind of get a feel of who I am, how I work, what my style is, before they even meet me. So I'm comfortable with them when they come in because that's my personality, and they're a little bit more comfortable with me because they seem like they already know me from the work that you've done for me. So I think that's my little grab for this market.
Right on. No, and that's great. I mean, that's a great. Well, thank you for for mentioning our work together and stuff. But I mean, that's one of the things that will make a big difference for any business if they can see and get to know you a little bit already before they actually meet you via whether it's video or some of your blog posting and that sort of stuff. It makes a big difference. It breaks the ice. They kind of already feel like they know you, like you said, and it can really start things off kind of a step further into the relationship with your clients. So that's great. There's you were talking about their experience and stuff, but so can you walk us through just for people who are watching and they're whether they have used photography services before or not, especially someone who hasn't, I guess. Can you walk us through someone who has never used your services and tell us what they could expect when they contact you? Like maybe take us through the initial contact. They see an ad or someone recommends you, and they contact you right through to when you deliver their photos to them.
Sure. Usually it's either an email or Facebook contact. A lot of people are, in the digital age of social media and things, so that's the easiest way for people to get in touch nowadays. So I'm fine with that. There's the odd phone call here and there, but that's definitely not the way that things seem to send in their inquiries. So basically we'll chit-chat a little bit. I'll send a little portfolio or some of my Facebook links or my website link for them to kind of get an idea of my style, because every photographer is different in their style. So you have to really make sure it's a good fit for what you like. I'll send along my price guide with a few options of print option, disc options, so they know right off the bat what to expect for pricing. I don't hide any fees or anything like that. Which is definitely important because you wouldn't want to go through the whole process and then be whopped a big bill at the end. If you want your pictures, I'm going to hold them ransom type thing. No, I don't do that. Then, we might discuss the locations. I usually do everything here at my studio just so I can get in all my clients. Or I do them in my indoor studio also, which is on the same location. So we discuss that. We discuss outfit choices, colors, I guess that's it that we kind of really discuss for that kind of thing. But then we'll set up a time that will work best for them. I give them a few options. They can pick the time that works best for their schedules. Then we come in for the session, do all of our session things, and afterwards I usually do off a print sample album so they can either pick their prints or decide on the disc. Usually I'll offer a few sneak peeks for them on Facebook through my portfolio, which kind of holds them over because there's a little bit of a timeline that I work with to be able to get the product back. Usually about 2 weeks for a sample album, and then for final product once they order, it's 2 to 4 weeks for the delivery, and then the clients come and pick up their package, and the rest is history.
Right on. No, it sounds good. I know I've been through that experience a couple of times, so that sounds basically like what we've been through before with our family. So that's good for people who kind of want to know what's what. I mean, the pricing up front and that type of stuff is good because like you said, there's our times with not just photographers but with any type of business where all of a sudden you find out that the pricing wasn't what you thought, and that will totally ruin anybody's experience, right? So yeah, so there's a lot of people, of course, that they can't, every time they want to take a picture of something, they're not coming to you, they're taking pictures at home themselves and stuff as well. So can you pick a couple of the most common simple things that either people ask you or that you feel are important if someone wants to take good pictures at home? There's a lot of different things that you can do, I know, that are very simple and easy that people may just not know. Just to give a couple tips to people so that they can take away something from this interview and say, hey, now I can take better pictures of my kids at home, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's funny you asked that one because I've had probably 3 emails this week from moms saying, how do you get your baby in that picture? Like, my baby's about to start walking, and every picture I take, the picture's blurry. How do you do it? And obviously, I know how to use my camera, so I have a little bit of an up on that. But basically, I tell them, read your manual, try to take some time to learn it, learn your camera settings, and I know that's not an option for everybody. So the other thing I say is just, what? You're not expected to take the best. You're not going to take professional photos. Don't expect yourself with high standards like that. You want to capture the moments of your home and your family life. So don't be scared. Pop up your flash, put it on auto, and just capture those special moments because you're not going to get them back. A lot of people think, oh, flash, I can't do that. It's wrong or something like that. But no, it's great. You'll capture so much stuff. Another thing I like to suggest is if your baby's doing something cute, just take a quick second and just clear the area behind them. If there's like cards sticking out behind their head or boxes, just kind of move them to the side, because if you can get the focus on your baby or your child, that's your main thing that you want to stand out in the picture, not all the clutter in the background. Hence the reason I have the screen up behind me, because if you've seen the screen of mess behind me, the focus would be off of me.
Yeah.
The other thing, what else could I give a little tip on? I don't know. Let's see.
Well,
what else could I talk about?
I know that you have because I have, I helped you set this up, but on your website there is a little 10, I think it was 10 simple tips. So there was 10, I believe, was the number that we had set up, where if someone goes to your site, they can sign in and get some of that information. And it also, you're still running the contest that
right. Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
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 So I mean, you also get a chance to win a free session if you sign in to get those 10 tips. So if anyone is interested in that stuff, if you're watching this video online, either on YouTube or on the St. John Business website, you will we'll have a link to Miranda's website there that you can see, and just click on that and you'll go, and as soon as you get to the site, you'll be able to figure out where you can access that stuff, sign in for the contest and that sort of thing, but also get a little report with 10 photo tips. It's actually 10 emails that come out every few days, I think, is how we had set it up. So that would be something worthwhile. And before we get to your special offer that you agreed to offer to our viewers, um, one last question here would be, what is the biggest thing you've learned about running a successful business since you started, and how long ago? You've been doing this for close to 10 years, right?
Yes, I have.
Right on. So what's the biggest thing that you've learned about running a successful business over that time?
Oh my goodness, I have learned so many things about myself. I so many people doubted me and tried to talk me out of this, but I really learned to be true to yourself, true to push forward for what you really want for your life. Um, I've learned how to organize finally, somewhat. I shouldn't say I organize all the time,
I
but
was just
I'm
gonna
very
say
organized
maybe
compared to what I used to be. Um, I've learned a lot of patience, especially with dealing with young children. It helps that I have children. I have 3 children of my own, so it's a good learning tool that I've gathered over the years to help me with that. Um, what else? I don't know. It's just been a fabulous experience the whole way around. But I've really learned to just push through all the hard times and just be true to what I want in life.
right on. No, and I mean, just you can tell that you love your job. Just um, people probably can already tell that just from listening to you on this interview. But if they go use your services, they'll know that that's kind of seems to be what you're meant to do, right? So that's good stuff. And if you can teach me how to do the organizing thing, I would really appreciate that. So,
I'll work on
uh,
that.
all right, thanks. All right, so like I mentioned before, we at SaintJohnBusiness.ca we like to get our interviewees to offer something special for our viewers. And So there was something that you had said that you would be willing to offer, give some kind of special offer to those people who took the time to listen to this interview. So what was that you were gonna offer our viewers?
I am going to offer 50% off my session fee for my family newborn sessions. That will, oh, I don't know where I was going with this, Rod. Basically, maybe a little edit there. But no, 50% off my session fee, and it's a 45-minute to an hour session fee, or session time. So we basically would run all through my studio, take a bunch of pictures, and you would get a great sample of prints to choose from. And then if you decide to purchase something, then by all means.
Right on. Yeah, no, that sounds great. I mean, and like you say, especially if someone hasn't used your service before and they're kind of like, well, we want another photographer, or I want to really see how things go. I mean, you get a half price session fee, and your session fees are very reasonable already. I know that there's others out there that are charging many times the amount that you charge for a session fee, I think. So I have seen some. So it's already reasonable. You're given a 50% discount, and then people will get a sample of what you can do, see your studio, and I know that you will have some great photos anytime you do a session that people are going to want to purchase from you. So whether it's a print or a CD or whatever it is that they decide to purchase. So that's a great offer, and we thank you very much for offering that. And in order to take advantage of that offer, if you are on our website at St. John Business, or if Miranda decides to put this video on her website, she'll probably make sure there's a link there as well to a spot where you can access that offer. If you're on like excuse me, if you're on like a cell phone or tablet or something, you should see a URL, a web address show up on the video. So you can just record that and you can or type it in and go to that address, and you should be able to access that offer there. Um, and that's about it for our interview tonight. I want to thank you very, very much, Miranda, for taking your time to outline your business. We really want to basically introduce some business owners to people that live in the community around St. John and the Kennebecasis Valley. So, and anywhere else around, Grand Bay, wherever, anywhere in the vicinity of St. John. Like I said, I really appreciate your time.
Well, thanks, Rod. I just want to add one more thing. I would like to thank my clients because without their continued support and their referrals that they continue to send to me from their friends and family, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I wouldn't be pushing forward. So you guys all are amazing, and love yous all, and I can't wait to see everybody again. Thanks.
Great. Awesome.
I'll see you soon, Rod.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Kimberly probably already has something scheduled with you again.
I'll see you in November.
All right. Well, thanks again. Have a great night.
Thanks, you too.
All
Night.
Right. Bye.